Hey everyone, welcome to Jojo's World.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Oh, I feel so humbled by your morning goodness.
Hello, welcome to my inn, humble traveller. Please sit down, have some porridge and a hot cup of brew, and I'll tell you a story of Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. Part
wit.
5, Diamond is Unbreakable. But first, greetings.
Ah,
Hail and well met.
salutations, fair wanderer.
Come, sit by the fire a while.
Ah, good day to you, sir.
Come, sit in the fire for a while. You'll cook up real nice.
Why are you taking me so close to the fire, young?
I'm Liam S. Smith, one of your co-hosts.
And I'm Nick Ballantyne, the other one of the more charred co-hosts.
Sure. This is our JoJo's Bizarre Adventure recap and discussion podcast, JoJo's World, a podcast for nerds,
And that's the full title of our show.
in which we recap and discuss JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, a little anime, maybe you've heard of it, for your listening pleasure.
Is it a pleasure or is it mere sensation?
Well, if it's not, I don't know why they're listening, so...
I mean, maybe it's just...
Oh, look, there go all our listeners.
Maybe it's just to drown out the dry silence of our existence. Maybe the only reason they listen to us is because JoJo's offers the only respite from normality and banality in our dry, mundane lives where we're not Italian mobsters with superpowers.
No.
No? Okay, great.
We're great, they love us.
Yeah, that's fair.
Shower praise upon us, mortals, kneel at my feet,
You
atop my obsidian pyramid.
You can at me at Milk Juice on Twitter and send me so many compliments. But nothing else.
Okay.
Only compliments.
Today, we watched the 10th episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 5, Venti Oreo / Golden Wind, and which is the 123rd episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure as a whole.
Is that a prime number?
I don't know.
Neither do I. But I leave that for the listener.
It's a perfect number. The only numbers that add up to it are the ones that it divides into. Mystery Twins Detective Agency, coming to an episode near you.
What the fuck? What kind of number is that?
28.
28? Whoa!
This episode covers chapters 472 through 474 of the original manga, with excerpts
Ooh!
of chapters 475.
Nice. That's further ahead.
Yeah, it's the future. Whoa.
We're living in the times, man.
We're living in the 70s.
The 27Ts?
Yeah, we're cyberpunks.
Or the 407Es?
I don't know what you're doing.
I don't know either. I just thought maybe numbers are fun. Maybe they're okay.
We know they're not.
But they have to be fun. Give me my validation, Liam. I need this.
Nick.
Yes.
What are your preliminary thoughts about today's episode, The Hitman Team?
Well, I'm thinking that it's brought to us by our wonderful patron, Sam Brown.
Sam Brown. Name of a hard-boiled private investigator, if ever I've heard one.
Ooh. What do you reckon he got done for? What do you reckon was the crime that he never committed that he was framed for?
I think you know a lot about private investigators.
Yeah, but like, surely private investigators are like, I was framed, and that's why I'm a private investigator now, because I can live on the outskirts doing work for anyone that
But
I
I'm
so
not in
choose.
prison, even though I was successfully framed.
No, because he got out of prison, because he's a private investigator. That's how this works, Liam. This is how the system works.
I think most private investigators are alcoholics who used to be cops until their partner got shot.
Oh shit, you're right. Or the partner gets framed. No, you're right.
Or the partner frames them.
Ah, yeah. Or the martyr...
Or the martyr.
Or the martyr fraps them, you know?
Just a nice frosty frappuccino. A dame walked in. She had a nice frosty frappuccino. She lifted it to her lips and the foam lapped at her cheeks. And I said, "Hey baby, what's wrong?" And she said, "I need you to get me diamonds back."
This is not the direction I was going to take it in. I was thinking she had a milky frappuccino, and I looked closer, and it was my old detective friend, Andy. He was a frappuccino now. I don't know where that was going either, but you know what?
Grim and Grizzly.
Yeah, both of them perfect
Oh
noir
man.
tales.
Hi, I'm Grim and Grizzly, private investigator.
Oh, hello, I'm Madam Grizzled. I'm sure you remember me from some... That's not how dames talk in noir, is it? It is now.
Yeah, that's famously how Jessica Rabbit spoke.
Hello, my name is Jessica Rabbit. I need you to find the man who killed my father.
Thank you, Sam Brown.
For giving us this beautiful intro.
So, Nick,
Yes.
what were your preliminary thoughts on the Hitman Team?
I just gave them to you. I think this episode was good.
Question mark?
Question mark. It was like, it's this weird mix of nothing resolving, but also things happening.
Yeah, I'd forgotten that the Formaggio confrontation spreads out over 3 episodes. I was
Yeah.
entirely expecting it to wrap up this week.
It's very odd. Very odd. Like, they could have very easily just been all like, okay, cool, condense. But, yeah. So I've got mixed feelings.
Now
at the same time.
I believe that the flashback that took up a good chunk of this episode is an anime only edition, but I quite like it for as we spoke about last week, the context and the world building that it adds to the
Yawn.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure universe.
Get out of here.
Also, it's just nice to see these dumb idiot hitmen in their natural habitats.
Okay. Other preliminary thought. Jesus fucking Christ, what is wrong with that man's face?
Oh, you mean Pesci?
Oh, God.
Pesci is a man who
Is he? Is he a man?
has heard of what a chin is, but didn't really quite get the memo.
He went to Chin College and then dropped out halfway through, which is why he has such a prominent one that isn't there. Ugh.
Or is he all chin? Like, the thumbs from Spy Kids?
Yes?
Like that, but with chins instead of thumbs. But chin sounds like a...
Oh.
That sounds like
my.
something you wouldn't want to say.
It's like you just have to bleep that out now.
Yeah. I also liked how we see... Now, sorry, I should clarify. The grisly backstory of the Hitman Team, those grisly elements, they were from the manga. But the ones where it's just them doing another job, I'm pretty sure,
Oh,
were
so
anime only.
so the bit where what's his face with the 36 things
Yeah.
is like from the manga.
Yep.
Okay, I thought that was the case.
Although it might have just been the narrator explaining it. I can't recall.
Oh. I mean, it is a good scene. It is a damn good
Some
scene.
classic mobster
Yeah.
sending you a fish through the mail.
The fish is your cousin,
Oh.
Vinny.
I knew you'd say that.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was looking you dead in the eyes and I was like, he's going to say Vinny.
You literally had the look in your eyes that said, Nick, if you fucking say it, I will know that you were thinking it beforehand.
Which means I'll have power over you. I'm in your mind.
Oh, this was all... What was the City of Heroes meme? Where it's like, this was all part of what's his face?
Oh, it's all a nemesis plot.
all a nemesis plot.
Of course, the other City of Heroes meme is go, hunt, kill skulls. But I'm not going to explain that because I can't be bothered.
We've had enough Cities of Heroes talk over the last week where you've
Update,
made...
it's back. It's probably going to be back for the foreseeable future until it abruptly vanishes.
Oh, why did I even bring it up? It's 2002.
Ish.
Ish. The world is made of mobsters. Narantia is growing smaller by the second.
Yeah, Naranchia's there, Formaggio's there, we get some brief context-setting flashbacks. Oh man, I'm gonna find the boss's daughter and you're gonna tell me what she is. And oh, I'll never do that. Boom, 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 boom.
What is the boom there?
The Gatling gun.
Oh yeah, true, you're right. There is a Gatling gun, yes.
Pon Naranchia's tiny stand. Aerosmith, the cool plane that can fly.
Zoom, zoom, am I right? So it's like, bomb, boom, car
Ah,
explodes.
Did you like that, baby? Oh man, all these dudes are around. Better land my stand. And it does a cool, okay, there's a lot of cool stand summoning graphics they add.
Yeah.
This is maybe the only cool stand de-summoning effect, where Naranchia throws his arms out as if he were himself were pretending to be an aeroplane. Mm-hmm. More accurately, is pretending to be a runway.
Oh.
And Aerosmith lowers its landing gear.
Yep.
It's just it's just a plane. It's got like full-on landing gear and everything.
Dude, all planes have landing gear.
I suppose so. What about those pontoon planes?
Check and mate, Sir Liam.
The coolest kind of plane.
Well, I don't know if they're the cool... They do have big...
No, because you go
floofy-
on tailspin-style adventures with them on colonial islands to find the golden monkey statue.
Yeah, but you can just take a biplane on a runway anyway.
Harder
right?
to land.
On water, not land. Like, if you land it on land, it's like, oh... Look
Good
at
thing
my-
I had these wheels.
Yeah, it's great.
Good thing I didn't just have shitty pontoons that would get smashed up by all the ground.
Exactly. Hey, did you ever see the video of a plane with a jet engine that tore up the runway of an airport because it wasn't designed for jet engines?
No.
I think it must have been made for like biplanes on Indiana Jones style adventures.
Sure.
Where it's like biplanes have like a certain amount of like wind that's coming behind them because of this one propeller. A jet engine though, literally is like going right into the ground at the back of the plane and is like 10 times faster. So this poor little tarmac just gets torn the fuck up.
Of course,
It just
Lil
goes everywhere.
Tarmac was the
The stand name.
no, was the road that oh, I got nothing. Just fucking Lil Mac from Smash Bros and Punch Out.
Little tarmac.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, it was the road that he jogs across in the loading screens in Punch Out.
Ah, of course, with the coach being all like, "Come on, little Mac,
Yeah.
do better."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. We got there.
Yeah,
Now I can die in peace.
you've made one joke.
Aerosmith flies down, runs down Naranchia's arms as the camera crests behind his head and the plane is eclipsed by Naranchia's noggin.
Ooh,
It doesn't come out the other side, but just a big rush of air.
I get it.
And I guess he has to do that every time he wants to put Aerosmith away.
God, could you imagine if Aerosmith ran out of fuel?
No.
Touche. You got a lot of good comebacks today.
Some shit happens.
Naranchia's...
To be continued.
So Naranchia's all like, where the hell did that fuckface go?
I do want to point out, when he does that, there were like sick guitar licks in the background when it was landing. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So he's there, he's got one big shoe, and he's like, oh man, that guy's here somewhere. Oh, I'm gonna find him. Oh, there's too many randos nearby though. Good thing. And he does a series of increasingly stupid realizations. He's like, oh, cut on my cheek stopped bleeding. That's good. Where'd this big knife come from? It looks just like my knife, but it's much bigger.
It's far too big to be mine. Speaking of, why can't I push the pedals down in my car?
Yes.
I can barely reach the steering wheel.
The car seat is so big. Why, this isn't my car at all. This was the largest car I could afford on my salary.
Do you have something funny to say about my
But I suppose it's the
automobile?
opposite of that. This was the smallest car I could afford on my salary.
Oh, man.
And then Formaggio's just in his pocket the whole time being like, this guy's a fucking idiot.
He is the worst.
He's shrinking. Oh wait, this is all my stuff. I'm shrinking. I figured it out. And knowing is half the battle. But it's not half the battle because it took most of last episode for it to get figured out. And there's 3 episodes of this battle. So knowing is a third of the battle.
Liam, are you trying to undermine G.I. Joe? Is that what you're trying to do here?
I think that's... Is that G.I. Joe or is that Captain Planet?
No, Captain Planet is when they all come together to bring pollution down to 0. Because Captain Planet...
Well, they didn't fucking do it, did they?
You know what?
Global warming's worse than fucking ever. Where are you now, Captain Planet?
Liam, I have real bad news for you about Captain Planet. Captain Planet's all of us.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah. Now who do you have to blame?
You.
Wait, hang on, what?
Putting this horrible truth on me.
No, I'm not fucking Captain Planet. I mean, you are specifically Captain Planet.
That's not what you said.
What do you think I said?
So, okay. He's shrinking. He's got my stuff. It's big. Oh, you can't drive car when small. What am I going to do? Don't have car. Can't get back to the hideout. Big problems. The OP happens.
Sometimes I wish our listeners could see your gestures as you do them.
As I pull knowledge from the air.
Yeah, because literally, you went
Knowledge is a strong word for what that just was. But
as you just read, you had like this bit where you pulled your hand to your head.
oh, like I'm a psychic doing a powerful psi
and
blast.
like you're pulling a thread from your forehead or something and going, and then
Oh, like I'm
swishing it.
Dumbledore using a pensieve.
Yeah, and then swishing it into the air like so many coins or something, and then just like flinging it around on some invisible string. Like,
Well, how do you think?
that is a loaded question.
You just stuck your tongue out of your mouth and puffed out your cheeks. So, question answered.
How often do I do that on this show? Very rarely.
Back at the ranch.
The Narantia.
Back at the vineyard, fine.
The Navinyardia.
Everyone's complaining about how Naranchi is taking long. Trish is all, where's my mineral water?
I'm gonna die of thirst.
And Mister's all, I'm hungry. Well, I'm not hungry, but these guys are.
We're hungry, says the 6 bullets.
Yeah.
Still weirds me out.
Fugo's like, this is why I didn't want to send him, but I do care about him. And Abakio's like, shut up, Fugo. And Giorno is like, I'm silently brooding.
I too care, but I can't let anyone know that.
Meanwhile, back at the battle, Naranchi is still shrinking, and Formaggio is kind enough to exposit that, like, your bandana and your clothes were touching you when you were cut, so they're shrinking with you. But your big shoe and your big knife weren't.
Right. But what about the car? Is that shrinking?
What about the car's not shrinking?
Okay, what about the plane? Is the plane shrinking?
No.
What about...
Or is it?
Oh...
Unclear.
Okay.
I think it is.
What about Naranchia's... Wait, how did the wound stop bleeding if he's just getting smaller?
No, it's just fine.
Yeah, right, okay. Sure. How suspicious. It's all that mobster training.
Narantia hatches a cunning scheme to get help. He's gonna go into that supermarket and call for help.
Ah, that does make sense. Yes. Let's not think this through anymore. So he runs on over.
Yep.
And it's an automatic door.
Yep.
And he just runs right into the door.
Because, of course, not only did he get shrunk by that cut, but he also cut his soul out, so now automated doors won't recognize him.
Good Simpsons reference.
He's, much like the toys in Toy Story 2, not heavy enough to activate the
pressure thing.
plaid that we don't actually use for automated doors anymore, in Australia at least.
Yeah, I've never known anywhere to have automated doors.
No, we always just have a laser.
Yeah, we always have a laser thing at the top of the door so that dogs could get in when they needed
Which
water.
is what we want.
Yeah, we're not going to leave the dogs outside to die. We bring them in to kill them. That's what we do here at JoJo's
Take their
World.
precious diamonds.
Exactly. We have a high reputation to keep up of dead dogs. And like hell are we going to let nature do all the work.
Formaggio gloats for a bit like, you'll never open the door, Narantia. And Narantia's like, I'm going to open the door. And he jumps and stomps and the door opens.
And then he's all like, great, time to go through the door.
Oh no, the door is closing upon me and crushing me real bad. And it looks pretty painful, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't understand why it's so
I thought these doors had
hardcore.
safety mechanisms in them, so when they hit an obstruction...
Yeah, but it's not even that bad. It's just like a...
But also he's tiny.
He is tiny.
So instead of being an it's an ugh.
That does make more sense now. Yeah. Do you reckon it would crush an insect?
Probably.
Then it would crush Narantia.
Well, he's 62.5 centimeters tall at the moment.
Which I have a lot of problems with, because I know what that looks like.
That's not what that looks
That's
like.
not how it looks
'Cause
like.
At the moment, he's smaller than a phone receiver.
Now, have you ever seen a phone receiver that's longer than 62.5 centimeters?
Well, we all know that big mobile phones are one of the world's funniest props.
Yeah, but like... Oh, actually, I haven't been to Italy. I don't know how big their phones are.
Well, no, I'm not going to go there. Never mind.
Go on, Liam.
No.
Dive deeper into our terrible, terrible jokes.
Never. He uses his plane and shoots up the glass door to get in.
Bang, bang. Shoot the door.
He did it. But then Formaggio once again gloats like, oh, Narantia, you haven't realized that your clothes and wallet are shrinking too, so even if you get to the precious phones, you won't be able to use them to call for help because they only accept regular-sized currency.
This is another time where I wish they could see you doing this quote, because you've got one arm underneath. It's like...
Guess I bring a lot of physicality to the role of Formaggio.
Of the podcast. It's like you've crossed your arms, but one of your arms is under your chin, holding it, clasping it, if you will.
No, I wasn't
Not with the
clasping
palm,
it. I wasn't
but
touching
with
my
the-
jaw at all, because that would affect my enunciation.
It's like slightly under, perfectly horizontal hand. But why?
Because it's JoJo's, baby.
Yeah, it's true.
So this is just a whole series of Formaggio being like, you'll never do this, Narantia. And Narantia being like, I'm doing the thing. So now he just shoots up one of the phones, the pay phones, to get the coins out to put in the adjacent one.
Because they're the regular size.
Yeah.
They're correct.
And then just off-screen, Formaggio cuts all the phone cords.
What?
What a pointful series of events.
So Naranji's all like, that son of a bitch must have been here before I got here. How dare he?
Ah, man, what am I gonna do now? And Formaggio's like, he'll be powerless now thanks to my stand, Little Feet, which has made him tiny. Oh, there goes Aerosmith flying by right next to me. Better duck into the pocket now. Now he'll never find me. And we hear/see the subtitles and vocals of Narantia shouting over Formaggio's internal monologue being like, aha, I found you, just as he's saying, he'll never find me.
I know, you're in my right arse pocket!
Yeah.
Formaggio immediately goes, wait, what the fuck?
Grabs him out, starts, Vegeta is a giant ape, crushing Goku style, grasping him.
And he's all like, well, look who's the small fry now.
I've got you now, Kakarot.
And the dude's all like, oh shit. Well, I better skedaddle out of here. Quick smarts.
Exit stage left.
Pow! He goes.
What he does is he gets out a tiny ballpoint pen from his own tiny pocket,
Nice.
and he wedges that between him and Naranchi's hand, and then bigifies it,
Yep.
such that he explains this when we see him hiding on a little stop sign later, and there's a little diagram in the background elaborating on how this happens. He bigifies it into Naranchi's hand, both stabbing him in the process,
Nice.
but also using all of that whoomph to send him flying.
Do you mean momentum? Or do
No,
you
I mean whoomph.
Fair.
Fortunately avoiding impaling himself through the chest with his own pen at the same time.
Or exploding himself by his own pen.
Don't you hate it when your pen explodes and you get ink all over you?
Don't even get me started.
Imagine if you were tiny.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, fuck. Oh my god.
Liam, you've just blown my fucking mind.
So yeah, he's shot out of the basically bombed out at this
Hand.
point grocery store.
Oh yeah, true.
And has landed on a sign on the other side of the road, and now he's like, yes, I got away. He'll never find me now. And the plane flies behind him. He's like, oh no, he found me.
How did he do it?
This whole episode is just a long sequence of Formaggio being like, yes, I've got him now. Oh no!
I do love that it becomes more and more comedic the further on it gets.
Yeah.
Whereas like the first one's like, that's pretty funny. This one's like, that's pretty funny. The next one is like, okay, alright, come on, Ariki. We know what you're doing. Come on, stop it.
You scamp.
Stop. God, fucking come on.
He's like, oh, I gotta run away. I better hit the bricks. And he runs, and that cool music kicks in, and there's like a brief chase.
Not
Not that music. Yeah, that. Bizarre adventure, bizarre adventure, bizarre adventure.
Are we going to get copyright striked for that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great. That's the end of the show, everyone. It's been a good 4 and a fuck years.
He runs beneath a car, and he's like, he'll never get me beneath this car. Oh no, he's underneath the car because he's shrunk now. Better pop this tire and use the air to away.
Whoomph himself away.
Yeah. He lost me. He'll never find me now, here in the sewers. And he's hanging from a grate. Oh no, he found me, here in the sewers.
So, Aerosmith is there, being all like... And he's all like, oh, fuck, he's there. There is definitely a pilot inside,
Yep.
which makes me infinitely happy.
We talked about this last week.
I'm still infinitely happy. And it starts shooting up the railing?
Yeah, the grate.
The
sewer
great,
grate.
that's the one. And Formaggio's all like, ah, shit, he can't find me down here. Looks to his right.
Down here, in the sewers, where I belong.
So he looks right, and there's a whole bunch of rats.
Yep.
And he's all like, well, this is a lose-lose
Then he
situation.
looks left, and there's a big spider.
He's like,
Yes.
I do belong here.
Rats, a spider, ridiculous.
Grates get shot out. He falls into some murky water. Don't want to think about what's in the murky water.
No, it's probably like a storm drain or something, to be honest, but
Still not great.
gross sewery.
Yeah.
And he's falling down into the sewery water, and he's like, no, I can't die here. I have to have a flashback.
We return to
2
the year
years ago.
2000
Ish.
Something like that. It's the year 1990 2000.
Naples.
2 years ago.
We see
2002. 2 years
Sure.
ago.
we see the swirling water of the sewer shift into the swirling water of a flushing toilet. Formaggio's in the bathroom. He's got a tiny car in his hand.
And he's shrinking it down by the second.
And he's like, yes, Hot Wheels.
Just like that scene in Ant-Man. You seen Ant-Man?
Once. Didn't love it.
No one did.
That was the Marvel movie that I saw, and I was like, oh yeah, I don't need to see all of these anymore.
No. Oh man.
He's got the car, he's walking through this restaurant, and we see a man who is obviously a politician because he's
An asshole.
well, he's very well appointed. He's in a fancy restaurant. He's talking to his wife, and he's like, "So yes, I'm gonna be voting on the trash bill next day.
Yep. Yep. So,
Hi, I'm Trash Bill."
but how does that tell us he's a politician of sorts?
And the Home Secretary is gonna be all like, "Fuck you," and I'm gonna be like, "Nuh-uh."
Still could just be like a private entrepreneur.
Okay, we know he's a politician because he walks out into the street and finds a one of those street lending libraries and is like, "Oh, this is great. I've never seen one of these before."
He's a fucking politician. He walks up into the masses and a guy's all like, "Oi, give us your money." And he's all like, "I don't realize, citizen, what you're trying to do."
Have you been following the stupid saga of Captain Get Up at all?
I'm going to say no, just to explore what this is more.
We're, what, 2 weeks out from an Australian federal election?
It's the 18th that the election happens.
Yeah.
So
yes.
about 2 weeks, maybe. I'd say, more like a week and 6 days.
About 2 weeks, give or
20
take a few days to
hours, yeah.
obfuscate exactly when we record this.
Yeah, more or less.
So there's this advocacy group in Australia called Get Up. Like, get up, do your thing.
Yeah. Get up and vote.
Yeah. And they're generally speaking pretty progressive.
Okay.
So as a result, the Conservative Party, which is called the Liberal Party, has decided that because they aren't in favour of them, they are directly in favour of their opposition.
Yep.
But
Which makes no
also
sense.
at the same time, all of the other parties they don't like. Like, that's not fair. So they created their anti-Get Up mascot, Captain Get Up, who is like a superhero who just says dumb bullshit like, "Oh, as long as it's not the Liberal Party, it's good for me. And I'm just... I've spent the last 10 years doing shady backroom deals, but now I'm here to do a public superhero."
What is the point of this?
And also, the important law of him is that opposition leader Bill Shorten is his dad, which is something they decided on. Anyway, it's dumb, I hate him, and I hope they get trounced in the election, and it looks like they're going to.
Yeah. What? Why would they make that? Why?
They're idiots.
They are idiots, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah. Wonder how many Australians listen to our podcast.
A few.
Good.
I wish that this arc culminated in Narantia, and I'm sorry to inform you that it doesn't, culminated in Narantia and Formaggio having a fist fight atop speeding Aerosmith.
Because they keep getting smaller and smaller.
Just through like a grocery store aisle or something.
God, it would literally just be Ant-Man at that point.
Oh yeah, I suppose it would.
Yeah. Still, ridiculous.
We're in the past.
It's 2 years ago.
He throws...
2004.
Formaggio just really casually walks past the
poly guy.
his table.
Yep.
Real casually just flicks the ever so tiny car into his sparkling.
Which looks like a mere speck of dust.
Yeah. So small you wouldn't even notice.
So small, I'd drink it.
And then he walks through the room where all of his Hitman Team friends, question marker,
I don't know if I want to use that term.
business acquaintances.
I don't know if I want to use that term. How about his other Hitman cronies?
Sure. And he is a crony amongst them.
Exactly. He is much like the filth you would scrape off your boot, put into a small drink, and then expand from within.
The first thing yeah, sure, that's right. The first thing we see is Pesci drinking his milk.
God, why do we keep having to say his name?
Formaggio is like, "Oh, Pesci, drinking milk again?" And he's like, "I don't like espresso." That's what he's like. That's what he sounds like.
Sort
It's
of.
me, Pesci.
God, he doesn't have... Did he have lips? Or was he just that aberrant?
So Pesci, he's got like a big square sausage-shaped head.
It looks like a carrot.
With like green tufts of hair coming out of an otherwise bald head.
He looks like what you would imagine Carrot Top should look like.
About as buff as Carrot Top actually is.
Yeah, because Carrot Top's mad
Oh,
buff.
he's yoked.
Yoked?
Yeah, that's an expression.
What? What the fuck is yoked?
Buff.
No, but like, what? Where did that even
I don't
come-
know.
Is that just because you drink a lot of raw yolk?
Could be. Pesci, of course, means fishes.
Oh.
Sitting with Pesci is his friend slash mentor, Prosciutto.
Nice. I know what prosciutto is.
He's the blonde fella that we saw in the group chat sequence last week.
Is he the guy with the big, the chain thing?
He's got kind of a purple suit.
Yeah, like black purple in this scene.
Yeah, and he's got blonde hair with like a sequence of top knots over it.
Yep, that's the guy. That's the guy.
And of course, prosciutto is a sort of like Italian sausage or ham.
Yep. Well, is prosciutto the one that's like really dense salami? Or is prosciutto the one that's like thinly sliced, like highly, highly salted in like brine?
Nick, what's the name of our food fact check segment?
Delicious Bites. No, that's shit. It's called, it needs to rhyme with O. Oh, I know. Check the go with prosciutto.
That's bad.
How about welcome to the food check segment on Jojo's World. The only food you can trust not to be eaten by dead dogs.
Yep, that's the full segment name, and you have to say it exact every time.
I've already forgotten what I said.
Prosciutto is an Italian dry-cured ham that is usually thinly sliced and served uncooked.
Okay, so it's like the brine one.
Sure.
Cool. Also, usually served uncooked.
Yep.
Okay, this explains a lot because not at all side tangent. My mum.
Oh, God.
What is this? Okay, so my mum bought this prosciutto the other day, right? And we were like, oh man, this is gonna be good. Are we meant to cook prosciutto? Was that a thing that they do? So we thought, what if we just heat it up a bit? You know, what if we just heat up maybe like a slice of it? And then we very quickly realized that's not what you do because then you get bacon.
Yeah.
And we were like, we've ruined it. We've ruined everything.
Anyway.
Not at all a side tangent, but
They banter for a bit about like, yep, the job's done, nice and easy, couldn't have gone smoother, just gotta wait for it to happen now.
God, Pesci, why don't you get cool like our friend Formaggio?
Oh, I like how Formaggio throws the keys at Pesci, like, here, Pesci, I got you a present. Ugh.
And Pesci's all like, oh no, what? Oh, keys.
And now we can just sit back and watch the soccer match, because we're Italian.
Crunchyroll ads.
Yep.
Got Mortal Kombat 11.
Sure, yeah.
Got Days
Starring
Gone.
Johnny Cage as two Johnny Cages.
Starring Cassie Cage as just Cassie Cage.
As the two characters that I play.
Yep. What about Sub-Zero?
Sub-Zero's cool.
What about Scorpion?
Scorpion's cool.
What about Goro?
Uh,
Excuse me. He has 4 arms.
I also like Kotal Khan.
Kotal.
Jade.
Which one? Is Jade the green one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
so
sense.
called because Jade.
Yeah, but Jade isn't green. Jade's like a different shade of green. You got Katana. You don't got Melina, apparently.
No Melina.
Which is...
You got Liu Kang. You got Kung Lao.
Yep.
You got Jax.
Their
you got
futures are
Jackie.
insane. Yep. Wait, Jackie?
Yeah, his daughter.
That's her name?
Yeah,
Is
Jackie
Jack-
Briggs. You've played.
I played Mortal
as her.
Kombat 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot. Oh. What about... What's the guy with the sword who's blind?
I don't think he's in this one.
What? No, fuck off. If McCree's in this one, the dude with the sword can be in this one.
Oh, Kano, he's in it.
Kano, always gotta have Kano. He's an asshole.
Cabal, Aaron Black.
Who the fuck is Cabal?
He's the one who got really burnt.
This doesn't tell me, and all of them get burnt.
Anyway,
It's 2009.
no, it's
2
not.
years ago.
The politician is leaving. Like, thank you very much. It was a lovely meal.
Does he sound like that? Or
Yeah.
does he just sound like, thank you very much?
Time to go home and have a normal walk to my house.
Oh, yes, my normal house.
Oh no, where's my car? I know it's somewhere around here.
It doesn't appear to be. Oh no, the irony!
That would be. I don't know if that is meant to be his. It's never made explicit that would be his own car. Like, never even implied.
Yeah.
But I think that would be cool if that was the case.
And hilarious.
The car bursts out of his own stomach, obviously killing him, but also taking his wife as collateral damage.
Yeah, so the car ends up like almost vertical and then slams down on her.
Yeah.
And she just explodes.
And
And it's like, ooh.
And then, as if by clockwork, some rando asshole turns around the corner and is like, hey, why the fuck are you parked there? And then blood seeps out and he's like, oh my god.
Oh, did I do that?
with my amazing honking skills.
Man, I should go to the circus.
Never honk again.
He just stands there for like 2 minutes going, what have I become? With great power comes great taxi fares.
Sure. The gang are like, job well done, let's go home. Let's go back to our secret secret assassin base.
So then we get some exposition. Inside every organization, there's always a group of people that wishes to rebel.
Oh.
Unfortunately for these chumps, they weren't too smart about it the first time round.
Let's see what happened.
So basically, there was some shit-ass drugs coming through.
I think you might be skipping ahead, actually, because
Oh.
they do go back to base.
Yeah.
Pesci, can't stand up after they all watch the murder, because he's still weak.
Oh, yeah, because he's Pesci, and
Yep.
he's got this weird carrot head.
It's too heavy.
He can't possibly move.
They go back home, 3 people are waiting for them.
Oh, yeah, true. So we've got some dude with real dark eyes at the head of the table.
Well, what I wrote here is my note, the evilest guy ever greets them. This is the leader of the Hitman team, Risotto Nero.
Oh, Risotto Nero.
Yeah.
Nero! Like fucking, what's his face? Nero.
Nero means black, but also has associations with Nero.
Oh my god.
And risotto is an Italian rice dish.
I actually like risotto.
It's nice.
I like when it's done well, when it's just wet
I mean,
rice.
anything's bad when it's done poorly.
Now you take that back, okay? Because a badly done kebab is still a good kebab.
To his right is someone who looks a bit like a Twinkie Joseph Joestar in part 2.
A Twinkie Joseph Joestar. Have you got an image for me that you can
I
actually
mean, not
share?
in the hair, but just in the physicality.
Shit, I see it now. Fuck.
Illuso,
Eluso.
which means deluded in Italian.
Oh, it's not a food.
No, surprising.
Oh,
But you'll see why.
okay.
And then to the other side is someone in like a white bodysuit with blue hair and red glasses, and who looks very high strung.
Very nerdy, very high strung, very yakuza.
His name is Gyakyo.
Oh, I know what that is. Gyakyo. Is that like some kind of Italian word?
Oh, sorry, Ghiaccio.
Yeah, that's an Italian word.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sure. It means ice.
Ice. Is that why he's all blue?
He's got sort of a white-blue colour scheme, yeah.
What year was Vanilla Ice?
Do you mean
The artist.
Okay, not the evil
Not
vampire
the evil
stand
vampire.
user.
No. I'm glad we clarified this.
Go back and listen to the episode of JoJo's World where we talk about Vanilla Ice. I've already looked that up.
But what year was he big? Was it like No, it wouldn't be 2000.
No.
Sure. 1996?
No.
1980 something?
Yeah.
Really?
Because JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3 Stardust Crusaders, which he was mentioned in.
Yeah. But no, but Vanilla Ice, the artist, he was popular in like the 90s, wasn't he?
Oh, fuck you.
Here we go.
Years active 1985 through present.
Damn. So I was half right.
Sure.
Oh, Ice, baby.
Released December 1989.
Damn it! Oh! Okay.
Where are we? Oh, yeah, so
It's 2018.
the evilest guy ever greets them.
Yep. And he's all like, evil tidings.
Dark greetings to you.
Aha. Namaste of the darkness.
Oh, there's one other person we haven't met yet too, who is they look very androgynous. They were there at the restaurant, but only for like a couple of shots. Their name is Melone.
Is that like melon? Is that like melon? Oh, the cat burglar.
Yeah, it means melon.
You know, I'm genuinely shocked that it was that
And
straightforward.
Nick thinks they look like a cat burglar.
They look like a cat burglar.
Is that because they wear a mask?
They have the mask and they have like the full purple outfit and it's all like, ooh, so dark, so elusive. Oh, a cat burglar.
Sure.
How is that not a cat burglar? Anyway.
They talk a bit about the money. They were getting 12 million for this job. Giaccio is...
He's all like,
Damn, that's cheap.
that's nothing. That's nothing at all.
But wait, why 2 members of the Hitman team are not present for this meeting?
Why, where's gelato and sorbet?
Yes, 2 kinds of ice cream.
Well, they're probably out, being together. Because they're a couple, sorbet and gelato. They're together.
Here's a fun fact from the JoJo Wiki about sorbet and gelato.
Here we go.
The duo's appearance and rumours of being a couple are possibly a reference to the Australian pop duo Savage Garden, who are often rumoured to be in a romantic relationship due to the homoerotic nature of their album covers. I'm sure citation needed.
What? As an Australian and a man who's seen enough Savage Garden covers, they were homoerotic?
Anyway,
I thought they were just rad.
sorbet and gelato are missing. Like, I can understand sorbet missing, but gelato never missed a chance to get his share of the cut.
It's true. He always wants to get rich.
And then the narrator explains about rebellion.
In the year 2001, there was some cheap-ass drugs coming through from East Asia. And they were coming to Italy and to France and shit. And these boys, they wanted to get a cut of that sweet, fine dough. So they took it and tried to sell it off and shit. Didn't they? Or did they?
They had been trying to find out who the boss was.
Right. They were trying to find out who the boss was.
So that they could usurp the drug trade.
So they could usurp the drug trade. Like a good bunch of fucks.
So we get a brief searching montage as all the Hitman team try to find their missing comrades.
And they're all like, where's Gelato and Sorbet?
Yeah.
And we find Gelato is dead.
Specifically,
He's suffocated on his gag. His like little handkerchief
well,
gag.
I was going
he's
to say
tied around.
specifically, Formaggio found them.
Oh, yes. Formaggio found him.
Oh, there was also a bit with Giaccio ranting, like, it's
Is it-
not fair, Polpo gets the money.
Is it Giaccio or Giaco?
Giaccio,
Giaccio.
because it's a double C, like Bucciarati.
But what about Abacchio?
That's got an H.
But doesn't Giaco have an
Like,
H?
I looked up the pronunciation of this.
But does Giaco have an H?
No.
Okay, here we go. It's time to learn Italian with Jojo's.
How to pronounce ghiaccio.
This is the slowest.
It said it.
Oh, what? Oh, I was waiting for the second.
Ghiaccio.
Giaccio.
Giaccio. Okay, gotcha.
Making me second guess myself.
Like some kind of Giaccio.
He's angry. That's his thing. He's high strung. He's angry.
Yep. And he's all like, who killed him? Who would have done such a thing?
No, he's angry prior to them finding the body. He's angry like, Polpo gets all the gambling money, and the drug guys get the drug money. But what of the Hitman team? We do all this dirty work, where's our cut?
Hearken close, fair traveller, and listen to the tragedy of the Hitman Team.
Basically, Hitman team are angry. They feel like they're not getting paid enough for their work.
Yeah. And they're all like, man, fuck this noise. Let's find out who the boss is and kill him.
And then the boss found out they were trying to find out who he is, and as you said, Gelato suffocated himself on his own gag, and Sorbet was nowhere to be seen.
And so later, they were sent 36 different packages, all from an unnamed sender.
Ah.
And they all went, oh no, look, that's the nail polish that Sorbet wore.
Well, first they looked at it for a while, being like, what is this shit? Modern art?
Oh yeah, they were like, frames? The fuck is with this frames?
And sweet, idiot perceptive,
idiot perceptive.
yep, idiot perceptive Pesci is the one who was like, I recognise these nails.
Could you imagine just like in real life if someone was like, I recognize these Liam, what the fuck do you call your hand things?
Your hand teeth.
Yeah, what the fuck do you call that hand protein? What are those little transparent?
Your outside hand bones.
Yeah, what are those things? Oh, okay. Side note, my dad, right? He worked in Mongolia.
So we're getting side notes about both your parents
Yeah,
today.
my dad worked in Mongolia for a little while, so he learned about like, you know, a few Mongolian dudes and like got to know them a bit better and all that. So I think one of them came to Australia at one point, but he didn't speak a whole lot of English. Mm-hmm. And I think he called a blender a food cutter.
That's cool.
And Dad was just like, that's funny.
Great story, Nick.
No worries. I thought it was funny.
There's a lot of stacking and then like shocked reactions.
They're all like, wait, put them all together
Oh.
one by one. And so they start putting them up.
From
and,
smallest to largest.
Yep. And we have to sit through every single one of the kudunk,
Yeah.
kudunk, kudunk.
And then different people being like, "Ugh,
Oh my god, I realised what it is.
I think I'm gonna throw up.
And there, sat in 36 different slices, is Sorbet.
And they deduced that he was cut up with a really sharp knife, still alive,
In front of Gelato.
starting with the feet.
Ooh, rough. And so Gelato couldn't take it, swallowed his own gag, suffocated to death.
This was basically a message from the boss saying, stay out of my shit, lords.
Punishment.
So they get their orders, like never look into the boss again, just do your jobs.
Yep.
And so they did, until they learnt of the boss's daughter, and they decided to go all in on betrayal.
And they were like,
This is our chance to get revenge for our fallen comrades, this is our chance to get a heap of money.
we could just get the money.
It's simple. We kill the boss. Back to the sewer. He's like, I'm not gonna die here. We're gonna crawl our way out of this metaphorical and literal sewer.
So he doesn't, he just goes deeper in.
Yep. Narantia shoots a rat to death with his
Back
plane.
to tank.
You know, one of them sewer bats?
Yeah, one of them sewer bats, you know. They're big, they got big teeth, they don't have any wings, and they're, like, pretty fat.
All right, let's keep moving.
Okay.
He surfaces and the plane's flying overhead and he's like, oh, I'm going to hold my breath. And the plane doesn't detect him and it murders another rat. And he's like, of course, it's detecting my CO2 emissions. That's why he stopped fighting me before when all those randos showed up in the alleyway.
Yeah. He probably couldn't detect me because there were too many people around.
I don't remember if we see it right now, but like when we see Narantia using this detection ability, he's got a little screen hovering in front of his head,
Which I love.
which itself is on a little
Propeller thing.
yeah.
Oh my, it's amazing. It's so dumb.
and on that screen is like a radar.
It's not even like a little thing he puts over his eye. It's like a full-blown contraption.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I want one.
So he's like, he can't tell the difference between me and the rats. Runs, jumps, looks through a little crack, like just chock full of rats. Like, look at all these creepy assholes. And then he's riding a rat, and he's like, you'll never find me now, Narantia. I'm blending in with the rats perfectly. Slices the plane wing, Narantia's shoulder bleeds. Narantia finds him immediately.
It's all like, well.
He talks about how, like, yeah, all the rats are running in the same direction at the same speed, but only one rat was working extra hard from carrying extra weight. And then he says, I better shoot the shit out of that fatty.
Which I very much enjoy.
He says, clean shot, shoots that plane up real good, that rat up real good, and would have defeated Formaggio had he not returned himself to regular size. And Narantia here is only 13.2 centimeters now.
My God, he must be the size of a small wagon, given how the JoJo...
Speak on that.
Well, the JoJo sizing system seems to be 62.5. Well, you can't get enough pressure down on a pressure plate to open a door, but you are about the same size as a small phone. Which means that at 13.5 centimeters, you might not be the right size to, I don't know, wield a gun, but you're probably the right size to operate a small rickshaw.
Sure. And he's like, oh no, I'm too small and weak now. My stand isn't strong enough to hurt a big guy. And Formaggio's like, yep. End of episode.
Bit of a cliffhanger ending.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Nick.
What?
Okay, ease up. What are our highlights and lowlights for Hitman Team?
My highlight would probably have to be the 36 pieces of sorbet lined out in front of them, sent in 36 different packages from no sender. That is very mob boss.
Yeah.
Just being all like, yeah, it's not about just killing him. It's about sending a message. And in this case, the message is very literal and very clear.
I'm going to kill you.
I've murdered your friend.
And I'll murder you as well if you give me cause to. Can we talk about Risotto Nero's outfit briefly, just to circle back before my highlight?
Which one is Risotto
The
Nero?
leader.
Okay, so he has like the jester's hat.
Yeah, that's what I want to hone in on. And he's just like this weird evil clown. And we didn't even talk about how he is very pale.
Yeah.
He has...
Red eyes
We've
with
got black
eyes,
whites of his eyes and red...
pupil
Yeah,
irises.
like kind of like how Pulpo had the black and green, but just much eviler looking.
Yeah.
Never really addressed at all.
What, really?
No, he just looks like that.
What the fuck? Okay. I thought that his jester bits,
Yep.
the baubles,
Yep.
would have the letters on them would spell something out.
I think they do. I think it's just like Risotto or Nero.
Oh, damn it. Is he named Risotto Nero because he's very black?
Sure.
And he enjoys Italian food.
Yeah, that's why they're all named after Italian food, except for Illuso, who despises it.
Which one was Illuso?
Twinkie Joseph Joestar.
Ah, yes, that's right. The one with the large cutaway.
Yeah.
Yes.
My highlight is probably the assassination flashback, doing the job.
Yeah.
It's just cool seeing them in their own element.
Weird how neither of our highlights are of actual Narantia fighting.
Yeah. That was cool in general, though. But,
Yeah.
But we're going to get a lot of that and comparatively little of this, so I'm going to highlight it when I have the chance.
Nice. Low light?
Low light.
My low light's probably just going to be crushing the wife.
Oh, I thought you were going to say your low light was Pesci.
You know what? No, it's not going to be Pesci. That man has gone through enough.
That lovable oaf you love to hate.
Yeah, he's a weird freak of nature, but by God, if I don't find him enjoyable. No, just out of fucking nowhere, just the car. Bloop.
Yeah, surprisingly grisly.
And I was like, oh, okay, all right, Jesus Christ, she just exploded. Yeah.
She's not even voting on the trash bill. They have no
Yeah.
stake in this.
And it's just like, wow, okay. But then again, the dudes were like, and you murdered his wife in the process, bro. The hell?
Ah, well, easy come, easy go.
I had an in. What is this?
My low light, probably.
The spider.
No, my low light is Narachia's phone gambit. Like, I feel like the result of it was kind of disappointing to me, because I feel like he did a lot of good, ingenious things to get there, to make the phone call.
Yeah.
And then before he even can, it's just like, nah, fuck you, phones are all broken.
Yeah. But it's sort of, didn't he say that he was in there before Narantia managed to get in there?
Not that I recall.
Weird. All right. I was thinking maybe if it was like a pre-planned thing where it's like, I'm going to cut all the phone lines. But that only really makes sense for a house,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, okay.
And
All
like,
right.
I get it because it's like, it's very kind of an indirect stand battle in a sense. Like, he's putting obstacles in his way and he's solving them by shooting them.
So indirect.
Yeah.
I do love that 90% of the solutions are, wait, but if I just keep shooting,
Yeah.
I have to hit you.
He's a simple lad.
Yeah.
So, Nick,
Yes.
Narantia is at the mercy of Formaggio, a member of the Hitman Team.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
One's big, one's small.
One's got a head the size of pool. It was meant to be a pool, but I don't know why it came out as pool.
One's big, one's small. One's got a plane, but it's too small to do anything good. What's going to happen next time on Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 5, Vento Oreo, in the episode entitled Narantia's Aerosmith.
Hell yeah. Weird that we're doing that as the name, even though we already know it's Aerosmith. How about this?
Ooh.
Narantia
Ooh.
realizes the stand is a manifestation of will.
Size matters not.
Exactly. It's not about how big you are, but how you use it.
I think I said that last week.
Well, okay, so the big man is now big,
Yeah.
right? But does he have any tricks up his sleeve, like the car shrinking that we haven't seen yet?
Ah. Well, he does have his stand, you know.
He has a stand, yeah, but is he using it
Evil
for
Mega
like...
Man.
Evil Mega Man?
We talked about it last
Oh
week.
yeah, big cutty boy.
Yeah.
But it's like he shrank down a car and then exploded a politician. Is he going to do something like that next
Oh, he's
episode?
going to throw, like, sea mines.
Exactly. Except they're tiny, so they don't go off yet.
Yeah.
Then when he throws them, it's like whoop, boom.
I
That
thought
was a
they were
weird
just
boom.
jacks, but they're sea mines.
Oh no.
I think when I said sea mines, I meant, like,
See horses?
no, just like metaphorical depth charges where he would just throw a small thing
Yeah.
and it would get Narantia and then get big and crush him.
Naturally.
Rather than actual literal sea mines.
Oh no, they'll be literal sea mines. What kind of hitman would you be if there wasn't an explosion? Come on. So I reckon maybe he'll pull something like that out.
And what will Narantia do with his Aerosmith?
He'll probably shoot him up.
Okay.
I mean, I hate to simplify it to that point, but every single solution so far has been Aerosmith, shoot it. So maybe that's just how we'll get out of it. Or,
Or, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
yeah, maybe he'll find a way to reverse the maybe it's like if you shoot enough at the dude, he can't fully control the size
Oh,
that
he's
you are.
too busy blocking.
Exactly. And so he'll get bigger and bigger, be like, wait, so all I have to do is keep shooting you. And then he'll just get bigger and bigger and become a real boy.
Oh, and it'll be a cool thing where, like, he's shooting and he's blocking. But as he's shooting, they're walking forward and backwards, respectively. And as he walks, Narantia gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
It'll be like a metaphor of Narantia's overcoming of obstacles.
Yeah.
Ah, how the tables have turned, Mr. Small Man. Yeah, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen.
Okay.
Or if it'll just be Narantia just shoots everything in his path. Or maybe he'll just actually call up. Or maybe Fugo will show up.
Ah, that's what you said last week, in fact.
Yeah. And we almost did.
But then Abakio told him to shut up.
Yeah, which is a bit of a shame. It could
But
also...
were they laying groundwork for next time?
Ooh, I reckon next week...
Fugo shows up with Abakio's severed head in his hand.
Who's the boss now? I reckon what'll happen is also we'll get a flashback
Oh, yeah.
where we find out how Narantia got Aerosmith.
Ah, yes.
Because there always needs to be one. There always needs to be one thing where it's like, and so he realized he could be a plane.
And so he realized he didn't like the bullies and that he would shoot them.
Lo and behold, they're dead now.
And he's in the mob. Guess we really know who came out on top in this one, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, Narantia's dead bully parents. Yeah, that's what I reckon.
Great.
So, yep.
And what of the Hitman Team?
Oh, well, I reckon the first person who's going to try and come after them is going to be Pesci.
Oh, yep.
I legit think the first person who's going to
Send in the fresh meat into the grinder.
Exactly. It'll be like, Pesci, prove your worth.
Actually, no, this is a good question, actually, because obviously their plan right now is just hanging out in the vineyard.
Yeah.
Do you think that's just going to be keep being the plan? It's going to be like a weird sort of Skyfall thing where they're just going to defend this house against wave after wave of hitmen?
I think it'll be like a very temporary sort of thing because they seem smarter than just staying in the same spot.
Oh, yeah.
when
Also,
you
it'll
could
be
just
like,
leave.
Formaggio found us in this area of town, so he's probably going to like search in this radius, so we should go that way.
No, I reckon it'll be more like one of the hitmen finds the house.
Okay.
We'll have a house vineyard battle, and they'll be like, we need to leave. We need to go right now. And then they do.
Burning vineyard in the background.
Yep, basically. And killing the people that were in the house because, they don't even know we're here because they're dead. See?
And it wouldn't be the bad guys who killed them?
360.
Not the evil ones?
Full 360.
Not the evil criminals, not the good criminals?
Don't ruin my perfect full 360, full circle, because they were already dead moment.
So Pesci next?
I reckon
Pesci fight in the vineyard?
I reckon Pesci fight vineyard.
Then whom?
Then...
I want to ask you these before... I want to ask you the order before you forget who all they are.
Okay, first, Vineyard Pesci.
Yep.
Then Twink Joestar.
Yep.
Then Ice Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Then P-Lad. Prosciutto.
Sure.
Cat Burglar. Who was the other one?
Oh, you said Cat Burglar.
I say Cat Burglar. Hang on. Pesci, Deluded Guy. Or rather Twink. Ice Guy. Cat Burglar. Oh, that was Formaggio.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. So Formaggio's dead.
Yep.
So fuck him. And then Red Eye.
Risotto Nero.
Risotto Nero.
And then what? The boss?
I don't think the boss. No. I think the boss will never be seen. I think he's too cool for
Oh,
that.
he'll escape. And
Yeah.
He'll be like, well, you got me. Leaving my crime empire to you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Not even that, just being all
Sleep
like...
with one eye open.
Just being like, you guys can never find me because I can never be found. They'll be like, damn it.
The true boss was in your heart all along, Giorno.
And Jonah's all like,
And Giorno's like, I have to go into my heart to fight the boss.
stand power.
Zoom.
Really, that was the learned stand power of the Jotaro Kujo shows up and is all like, hey, I can help you get into your heart.
Okay, that about wraps things up, I think.
Yep.
Get us on socials at Jojo's Podcast.
Look at us on patreon.com/Jojo's World.
Rate and review us on your service of choice. Just a heads up, Nick and I are both in a very busy period at the moment, so release schedule might get a bit spotty over the rest of this month. Next week, there's definitely not going to be an episode.
Yep. Week after that, there probably will be.
Yeah, we're going to try for fortnightly at worst.
Yep. Busy everyone.
And we wish we could be here with you recording Jojo's podcast.
'Cause
That's
it's
what
more
it's
fun.
called.
Yeah.
But alas, duty calls, and we'll see you as much as we can, because we miss you.
Or listen, because we can't see anything.
I can see all of you every minute.
Oh, God.
Till next time, to be continued. アリーベ・デルチ